Okay, welcome everybody, our Sunday night team call. And if you don't know me, my name is Kayla Allen. It says Allie Schneider right here. I am running the call for Allie tonight. So if you're new to our team, welcome. I'm so happy you are with us, but I'm not Allie. I'm Kayla, so I know that gets a little confusing sometimes. But I'm going to really kick off our team call with giving a small presentation. And it's kind of my journey since moved in January. So I'm going to go ahead and screen share here. Okay, can you guys see that? Jessica Galindo, I see you. Can you give me a thumbs up? Okay. All right, so like I said, this is a small presentation about my journey since moving and how it's affected my business and how it's going to continue to impact my business. So, moving day, back in January, my family moved January 12th from Emporia to Wichita, Kansas, and it was about an hour and a half move for us. For some people, that's not a big deal. For me, it was a huge deal. So that was a big step for me and my husband. He'd never even moved in his life. I moved 30 minutes from Waverly to Emporia, and that was the only move I'd ever had. So this was big for our family, and it was really exciting. But like I said, that was January 12th. So I move, there is zero time to waste. And January 24th, I did my first salad in a jar party. That was one way that I really knew that I was going to be able to meet new people, and in a way that like I needed my salads. So there was no like question about what I was going to do first. It was definitely going to be salad in a jar. So you can see right here is a little example, and I'll read it just in case it's too small. But it just says, I'm new to the area. In my old community, I got together with friends and we did salad in a jar to help us have 5 to 6 lunches. I really miss my salads and was wondering if there's anyone out there that would like to form a group. So it was just simple. I got 14 comments, and for me, those were all new people and all new opportunities, not just solely for my business, but remember, I just moved. I didn't have any friends. So it was a huge opportunity for me to really make new friends. And then you can see right here, I just put in an example. I thought it was pretty funny that she was the first comment that showed up, this Libby Kane. Turns out that at the time when I first moved, she wasn't living in my neighborhood, but she looked at the event and she said, oh my gosh, I'm going to be your neighbor in a few months. So I thought that was pretty cool. And I am saying she will be joining my team in the future because I see that. So that was just my very first way of putting myself out there, was starting that salad in a jar. January 12th, January 14th. We moved January 12th. I had it 24th, sorry. Anyway, so my salad in a jar is still going strong. I have been very consistent. I wanted people to know that this was something that they could trust, that I'm very serious about, helping them live a healthy lifestyle. And, if I'm just willy-nilly about having it, then they're not going to be able to. That's one way that they'll kind of figure out, like, can I trust her? She's saying she's going to have these consistently. So I have stayed very consistent. We've only missed a few due to holidays. And I do not give a single presentation about Juice Plus. My sole reason for bringing these people in is to build relationships, and that's what we really want to do, from the beginning anyway. We don't want to meet somebody for the first time and say, have you ever heard of Juice Plus? That was the last thing I wanted to do. So I never give a presentation. I do keep my capsules out on the counter, and that has led to some conversation. But I'm really, like I said, building those relationships outside of Salad in a Jar. So I brought them in, started for Salad in a Jar, getting to know them, and now, I'm building those relationships outside of that. Just a few things about that is I've gained 3 customers so far from my Salad in a Jar people. I have added 1 new Dream Team member to my list, and we have about one new person come every week. I leave the event open for guests to invite guests, and so we've had about 1 new person every week. My first big event, I knew I wanted to get going with events right away. It took me a little longer than I wanted to, but this was an amazing event. It's an event that I really feel comfortable doing. It's revolved around the children. It was called Building Healthy Bodies. And I did it with a new friend. I met her at the church we started going to, and after conversation, we realized we're both with the Juice Plus company. So that was a lot of fun. I made new friends, but not just me. My daughter did as well through that event. From that event, I gained 1 new customer, and 1 new Dream Team member was added to my list. This girl was really awesome. I don't know if you guys saw the video that I shared on our team page. Didn't know her before the event, and she runs a blog for her family, and she made a video that was about our event. So I thought that was really cool. Her and I have been in a lot of conversations. But again, hosting this event, my sole intention was, make friends, build relationships, and see where Juice Plus can play into their life. So again, I don't know if you guys see a trend here, but I'm just living my life, and Juice Plus is part of my life. It's what I do. And so that just gets woven in. But some things that I make sure that we are always doing to meet new people is attending play dates, attending mom's nights out. The top picture on the right there was a mom's night out at a Mexican restaurant, and I actually met lots of new moms at that event. One is now coming to my Salad in a Jar party. But doing these things, like I've said this whole time, is building that relationship with those people. I want them to trust me. I don't want, I don't want the first thing that we talk about being Juice Plus or even what I do. You notice that the next thing says being confident in what I do. Still, I don't say Juice Plus. They ask me what I do. I say, I get to stay at home with my girls, but I also, work for a health and wellness company. And, then the conversation goes from there, and it's all just personal to each person and each conversation. But one thing I've really tried to do is focus on talking less and listening more, because the less we talk, the more we let people talk, the more we're asking people questions, we're going to figure out the need, for Juice Plus or, the products or the business or both. We're going to figure out that need. So I just really make a point to get out there and live my life, but I'm still living my life through, our mission and our lifestyle. So it just sparks conversation most of the time. And this I thought was really cool because I'm being very adamant about getting out there and meeting new people, but people that I have known for a long time are still watching me because I still have an active presence on social media. I am still creating that curiosity, but I've stayed very consistent with that. And so you can see here that should be big enough for you guys to see. This was a very random message she just sent me, and we're in conversation right now, very positive conversations. So, people are always watching, even if, you feel like you're doing so much and your wheels are spinning. People are always watching you. So the most important thing is they're watching you to see how long you're going to keep it up. So stay consistent with that for sure. And then a huge thing for me was having such support from so many people, and then being able to trickle that down into my own team. And so having people believe in me and help me and guide me along the way. I don't know how many times when we were deciding on this move that Allie got a Voxer from me in tears. I'm not even sure she could understand the Voxer, especially on, ×3. She probably had to slow it down. But it has helped me, just hearing what people that have supported me and guided me through things, hearing what they say to comfort me and get me through those times has really helped me do things for my own team and, help them and guide them through things of their own. And so that's been a huge thing for me through that is learning and just trickling it down. But as I've grown myself, I've grown a lot through this last 6 months. I have seen my team grow. They are doing things themselves. I lead by an example, but they're doing things themselves. I mean, if I fell off the face of the earth, and that's our point, with this, we want to build our team up. And if we fall off the face of the earth, their business is going to continue to go up. And I know that if something were to ever happen to me, that the people on my team, their business is still going to succeed. And they're hosting their own events, and a lot of my team, I was right there close to them. I know, like Jessica and I can see her right now, so I'm just using her as an example, but we did so many events together, and I try as best as I can to get back there, but sometimes, it doesn't work out. And she goes, without me. She's not just stuck. But I posted these pictures of these 4 women on my team because I stepped out of my comfort zone in a big way. And I feel like they've seen me do a lot of that. So that's helped them realize that they can do some things, stepping out of their comfort zones. Hannah hosted an awesome event helped host an awesome event in Hutch. And she got her husband up there. I mean, not many of us can say like we can get our husband up at the first event we do. Jessica rocked it, like blew it out of the water at an event in Kansas City. I was so proud of her. And then Chelsea and Kim, they both got on our team call and, they ran that, told their stories, and they were awesome. And they're both continuing to be very, very awesome and very good at being live and having the spotlight on them. So I'm just so proud of all of them. But to kind of wrap it all up, I'll just say there's scary things out there and things that make you really nervous. But I don't know if you've been told this before, but I know most of us probably have. Let's just say yes to things. If we feel the need to do it, let's just say yes and figure out, how it's all going to happen along the way. And if I wouldn't have said yes and I would have been worried about how this and that were going to work out, if I wouldn't have said yes to bringing strangers into my house to start a salad in a jar, I still wouldn't have my salads and I still wouldn't have friends. So, just get out there. Nothing really ever happens if we just sit still, if we just think about things. If we move forward, something is going to happen. We're going to move towards that point, of something great happening. But I love this quote, and I'm just going to end on this quote because I felt like this was so true to my story. Start now, start where you are, start with fear, start with pain, start with doubt, start with hands shaking, start with voice trembling, but start and don't stop. Start where you are with what you have. Just start. So that is the end of my presentation. And now, because I know that some of you have moved, Some of you haven't moved, but you've realized that, hey, I've got to step out of my comfort zone and I've got to, kind of push myself a little bit if I want to see my business move forward. So if anybody wants to share, just about experience, question answer here, let's just kind of open it up to experience of moving or stepping out of your comfort zone and seeing great things happen. See what anybody has to say here. Somebody better talk or I'm about to call somebody out. Raise your hand if you've moved. If you haven't moved. Okay, wait. Well, I don't know. Lisa probably can't talk right now. I know she's traveling home, but I know she's really excited. She's traveling home to her brand new house that everybody just moved everything in for her while she was in Seattle. So I know her and I have had discussion about this, and she's very pumped to implement some of these things. Yes. I'm so excited.
I think Rachel should tell us about what plans she has for now that she's moving.
That's exactly. I was getting ready to call Rachel out. I'm like, Rachel just moved. Rachel's got to have some plans.
Oh, thanks, girls. Can you even hear me? Yeah. I have a terrible signal here. I don't know what down here. You can hear me talking? I keep walking all around. Let's see. I'm in my Sunday best here. Okay, so 2 days we've been here, and next week I'm going to have a salad in a jar party here at the old apartment complex that we're in. The manager said it sounded like an awesome idea that she would totally come, and she doesn't even live here. So that's my first plan, and then just getting the kids integrated in their activities this week and meeting people. So I'm going to just keep rolling with events here. So.
Yep.
2 days, I'm going strong.
Awesome. Not going to miss a beat. Okay, I'm trying to think of anybody else. Does anybody want to just talk about, maybe you haven't got to the point to where you stepped out of your comfort zone, because, some, like I said, I can implement everything I was doing salad in a jar, yeah, but I really wasn't trying to invite a whole bunch of new people. I was inviting people who I thought would like it. So has anybody thought about, how they can step out of their comfort zone and do some things maybe that, you haven't been doing?
I can share. I'm not moving, but my upline moved. Justin and Lisa moved, which is awesome, and I'm so excited for them. But that leaves me being the one left here to lead a lot of reps here that they've built up here in Manitowoc. So on Wednesday, I'm actually helping my mom do a wine and wellness and hoping to set up some more. I've continued to do salad in the jar parties, and I'm going to go out of my comfort zone and contact the library in the Y, which I've already done the library, just waiting to hear back, to set up events there come fall. And that was always Justin. Justin always handled that. So that's what I'm doing. I haven't moved, but I have to step up for sure.
Yeah, I love that. Thanks for sharing, Sarah.
I don't know if I'll cut out or not. My internet keeps coming in and out, but what is that?
A little echo. Yeah, it's okay. It's good now.
Okay. So I moved to a new church, which I talked to you, Kayla, but yeah. I was freaking out because my husband actually works for the church. So I don't want to go in and having people feel like I'm expecting them to, do something. And so I haven't talked a whole lot about it. I've had definitely some salad parties, and a lot of things have happened just recently, and I haven't been able to with vacation and stuff, but I really love your talk on this, and I think it was really awesome, and it really hit home to me because of the fact that I do want those relationships, and I don't want people to think that I am just out for my business, because I am somebody who genuinely wants relationships also. So I really like just not spewing that out, and just talking to them, being real with them, and letting them learn your authenticity. And then as the time's right and as I see fit, then just putting that out there. And at this point, I think I've just been so scared I haven't. So this talk was exactly what I needed, and I greatly appreciate it. So thank you. That was awesome.
Oh, thanks. Good. Yeah. And, and I know I have talked to Christy about that. That was my sole purpose. Like, I want people to get to know me. And when Juice Plus comes up, they won't feel like I'm trying to sell something to them. They will know that I'm being genuine, and that I truly believe that what I have, whether I'm talking to them about the product or the business, that I'm coming from a true place. So I wanted them to know me, because if they do know me, then they will know that whenever it comes up. So, and I feel like we can all use that, because we're always talking to new people. And even if someone does know you, you might still feel like they're feeling like you're selling them something. So if they get to, like, if you have conversation and they get to know like how passionate you are about what you're doing, without, like we all know, without like spewing the Juice Plus, but incorporating it into your conversations, talking about, how, like Christy, how it's changed her life, without, you don't even have to talk about Juice Plus, because it's your life and you now have a life, because of it. So just be yourself. That's all. Like, and when we bring on new people, like, I never want anybody to feel like they have to push something to somebody or sell something. Just be yourself. And, if you're like living this mission, then you're passionate, about these products and what they can do for people. So really just show that. You don't have to move, and like we always say, it's always about the relationship first. And if you have that relationship with somebody, then it should never feel like you're trying to sell something. So does anybody have any questions? I mean, I'm up for questions. We have some time. We have 5 minutes. I totally was fast with that presentation.
Hey, I have one question about your salad in a jar party, Kayla.
Yeah.
You said you leave your event open. Do you just have one event that's open all the time, like weekly salad in a jar, or do you do a new event every week?
I duplicate the event every week, but it invites the same people every single time. So I keep it open. Like, I don't put an end time on it. Mm-hmm. So it stays open. So like throughout the week, I've had people, post like, oh my gosh, my salad was so good today. And I love that, because the people that didn't end up showing up, or people that have been invited every week since I started it and they haven't come, they can still see that. And then I'll make a point of going in there, and like a couple days before the salad in a jar, I'll go live, especially if we're going to have, I don't do this every week, but like if we're going to have new people, I go live, I show my little crate, because I always say, like, bring something to push your jars along. And, I show that, I give the tips, like bring a big bowl, even though it's all in my descriptions. I just go live so people can see my face. And yeah, so it's open. I never put an end date on it, but I duplicate it. So a new one gets made every week. So there's a new fresh post about like, what are you going to bring and stuff like that. But the old ones, I mean, I'm sure they expire sometime. But if I go back to my old events, it's like salad in a jar, salad in a jar, salad in a jar. But I just keep it up, because I really like, and I'll go in there sometimes and like post my salad every now and then throughout the week, just to create that curiosity with those people that haven't come or didn't get to come for that week. So
can I say something real quick?
Yes.
So I've had a lot of people private message me or Voxer me. If you follow me like on Instagram or see my Facebook story lately, a lot of people have been asking like, how do you make that image? Can you send me those images? Because I guess you really like them. So I use lots of different apps. So I just wanted everyone to know it's not just one app. I'm not just using Instagram or Facebook. I take multiple apps. The main ones that I do use are like Live Collage. It's called like Typorama and WordSwag mixed with Instagram and Facebook. And I make these and then I use them as my story or as a post. But due to I don't have a lot of storage on my phone, I don't save a lot of these images. And so when you guys ask for them, I'm not being rude like I don't have the image. Yes, it's saved on like my highlight or something like that, but I haven't gotten that detail on how to get it off and save it as an image and bring it back to you. So when I post those things, I actually like just delete them right afterwards because I have no room on my phone. So that's a problem of mine. But if I had them all, I would send them all to you so you could use them too. But I just wanted to leave that out there really quick because I knew I had multiple messages throughout the week that people were asking about that.
Yeah, Jessica's getting good at Instagram stories. They're looking good. Okay, we have like 1 more minute. Anybody have any other questions or anything they want to say? Who's going to the Kansas City Summit? Woo! You should have lots of people there. It should be, yeah, I know. Some people, it's busy. Like school time, school starts. Yeah, I actually forgot. So Bradlyn starts kindergarten. And I was like, oh, it's no big deal. We'll just head to Kansas City. Well, she's going to be in school on Friday when I need to be leaving. So it'll all be good, though. I'll figure it out, right? Yep, there you go. August 17th and 18th. Okay, so qualifiers call is next on this line. Robin will be leading that. I'll be in the back a little bit, and then I'm going to add something at the end. And then fast track to VF call, any newbies, Jessica Galindo is going to be leading that. So you will get off, and Jess, will you type in the chat? So everybody, if anybody needs it, you'll get on AJ's line for the fast track to VF call. And if anybody's a good singer, go ahead and sing for some dance music. No, I'm just kidding. We'll just like call it good tonight. I'll download some music on my computer and we'll be good for the next time I lead the call. Okay, this was fun. I'm glad people were able to take away something from it. And I hope you guys have a good night. If you're on qualifiers call, get ready to be rocked as well as fast track to VF call. Okay, love you all.
Stop the recording. I'll play music.
Okay, stopping.